Yo, good morning, Tough. Or afternoon, good evening, wherever. Good morning, Simon. You're a burly Tough. Little fucking 6 a.m.er. Woo! Joe, welcome in. 5 a.m. Good morning, Blasty. How you doing, sir? Ah. Hey, Nixie. The little bugger's awake. Morning, Philip. How you doing, Chief? Yeah, doing very well. Thanks for asking. I swear to God, every time this happens to me, this absolutely freaks me out with Nix. So he's down here, right? In the puppy crate. And there's a white blanket there. And he's lying down on the white blanket, but he's got his head, like, tucked underneath his legs. And I literally, because it's dark in here just now, I can't see him. And I was like, how the fuck did he just escape? But if I actually look closely, he's right in the corner, man. It's so crazy. Hey, Dumbrino. But it's the same on my bed. My bed has a white cover. And when I wake up in the middle of the night, I can't see him, but he's literally sitting right there. It's so freaky. I've never had, like, a pure white dog. Obviously, like, Nova and Luna have always been, like, you know, black and white, easy to sort of spot. But this dude, man, I'm so scared for the snow. I think what I'm gonna probably do is get him, like, some flashing things that will connect him or something like that, because, yeah, I'm gonna lose him in the snow for sure. He's just too white. And that sounds really racist as well. Still tech peppers? Yeah, TF1967 welcoming, dude. Crazy stuff, man. Let me see if I can actually get a photo for you guys, right? Right, let me quickly upload this, right? Whoa, oh. Alright, I'll quickly upload it and then I'm gonna give it to you guys, right? Yeah, look at this, right? Sorry for the long one. Now, that's with the camera detecting light in the room, alright? Let me just sort this out again. Good morning, afternoon, evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Michael TheDarkLaw, and welcome to another episode of The Darkness here on Twitch. It is Thursday. It is Thursday, yeah? It's Thursday. Let me just check. Yeah, it's Thursday, the 3rd of November. 22, day 169 in a row. We're almost at the end, chat. 16 days to go. Thank God. Ronan, thank you very much for the follow. But welcome in, guys. Hope everyone's doing well. Blasty, Liberty, Tumbarino, TF967, Joe, Blasty McNasty, Villet, Tough, everyone. Did I miss anyone? Zeman? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tumbarino says, been talking to some devs regarding the cargo refactor doubts we had for 318, and oh, you got good news, so we've got a confirmation. There we go. Now we can change how things are. Because obviously, like, for me, Tumbarino, I'm so bored of, like, the theory crafting, speculation kind of stuff, so if you've got hard, like, confirmation from the devs, then, you know what I mean, like, that changes everything, and that means, whew, that's actually will be pretty cool then, eh? I mean, it's a long time, it's a long time coming where piracy, like, you know, Cutlet and all that, really needs something to fucking do. Still don't know how they're gonna do it with the stupid speeds, but we'll see. And Seg was kind enough to talk to me about it. Yeah, they're really good. They're really good when you know, being open and stuff like that. Again, a lot of people always complain that, like, I talk to CIG quite a bit, and it, like, I don't want to pry into things, you know, because everything can change, right? But it's also like, oh yeah, could, you know, what are we on at this sort of stage and stuff? Because I give a lot of data on, like, some of the ships that just have so many fucking issues and stuff like that. I mean, testing things. That has been requested by Winters regarding no questions. Ask terminals, right. Yeah. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Like, even if you can steal cargo and stuff, it has to be where you make money, right? Or again, it just becomes pointless, you know? But that's good news. Again, sadly, we just gotta wait till fucking 4.0, where a lot of things are gonna start to click together, right? Because we need to be able to actually stop people, we need to be able to, you know, be able to board. I hope hacking's in it, that stuff, you know. Because obviously I'm not a pirate, like I would never class myself as a pirate, I would always class myself as a killer, but you know what I mean, like if I'm killing somebody and say they had cargo, you know, I'm not exactly not going to take it if I've got the chance to take it. And it's not that I want to make myself out as a pirate, but I mean, you don't turn down free money, right? Especially when you're doing something already. And again, I think all these features just really need to be in for when we get Pyro. But that's good news. Hopefully we'll see some more information before we actually get free 18, if we get free 18. Still looking like Pez is a perm. Yeah, that's the thing for me, is the most thing, Wilbur, is salvaging works for an organization like mine, where we just basically do the killing. And if you have somebody that can come in and do the, like, John Wick cleanup crew, then that works, right? It really works. But if you have the ability to quickly tractor beam some cargo in, right? And make a little extra juicy profit on the side, then cool beans. Anyway, if you guys didn't see the photo, let me just bring it up here. So this picture here is using a phone's, like, night light to bring up, basically. So this is in pitch blackness for me, but you can see here, look at him. See when he's lying down in a white thing and he's got his head tucked in? You can't fucking see him. Obviously when you zoom in, you can sort of see the different shadows in the ear and stuff, but in dark, you literally can't see the little furball. It's absolutely mental. So I'm gonna have to get some sort of, like, on his harness, obviously it's not big enough for a harness yet, but I'm gonna have to have, like, reflectors and flashing lights or something like that, you know? Maybe even get him like a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer mask or something, because in the snow up here, if he's off the lead, I'm gonna lose him. Especially if there's like a blizzard and stuff, because that's super camouflage for white. Crazy stuff, like. That's him tucked up as well. He's so big now. Like, he's already bigger than my mum's beagle. And that's like, he's... What? He was in Jet on the... So we got him on... Yeah. So it's nearly 2 weeks now. So that would be... Yeah, so he's come up for 10 weeks old. Holy fuck. Crazy stuff. Little munchkin. It's so fluffy. He is super fluffy. How you doing today, Chief? Taka, welcome in. He is very fluffy. I don't know how his coat's actually gonna go when he goes to, like, the elder coat. So dogs have like a free stage coat. You've got puppy, you've got your sort of mid-adult, and then roughly about the 5 years they start to get what people call, well, here anyways, the elder coat, where they start to get their, like, full sort of mane, scruffs, and a bit of aging in the color tones and stuff like that. So I'm very interested to see how he will go. If, like, some of his color will fade or whatnot. It's bonkers, man. Ooh, not a good sign. But yeah, his legs are ridiculously, They cost so much though, tough, right? I looked into that for Luna Nova. Oh, this is not a good sign. When we first moved to the Highlands, but you gotta pay like a monthly fee for it. Oof. I guess we'll just not wear anything yet. We'll just do it this way. The other thing is obviously like internet goes right out the fucking window. So if I was to actually get a legit GPS tracker, it's super expensive. It's like £2,000 for 2 of them and the unit and stuff like that. Because if I was to get the cheap ones where you get out of like pet stores or something like that, or animal stores, where they're connected to like Bluetooth or internet, you gotta pay a monthly fee for them. And I don't go, like, they're not off the lead enough to justify that sort of money, you know. I would love the proper stuff, but again, it's £2 man. Like, it's just easier to not let them off the lead, right? Or I should say it's just cheaper to not let them off the lead. Let's get a fucking extendable. 318's looking good though. Like, there's a shit ton of stuff. If what Tombrino has said is correct, like, that adds in like piracy. You've got SBK changes. Apparently Jump Town's being adapted with multiple box delivery and multiple entrances. You've got the Daymar changes. You have the new prison changes. Hopefully the Grim Hex for fucking fix will be in. Yeah, then you've got the Corsair. You've maybe got a flight ready cutter, flight ready Pisces, who knows. Whew, I mean, it's really spicy. Pez as well. Yeah, I completely forgot about that, but I'm also not holding my breath on Pez. Yeah, we're getting the Corsair will be in the Corsair, the Cutter, and the new Pisces are in 3.17.4. I'm sort of counting 3.17.4 as like a light 3.18 patch, to be honest. This elevator is a raid boss, yeah. I'm gonna about a couple of times to get it sorted. Yeah, it doesn't bother me because I know, like, I've spoken to the devs on what the issue is, and it's an absolute fuckery. Because as I've tried to explain to people, there's no way CIG can do a hotfix on this issue. They literally have to redesign the whole elevator system. Because the legacy version, or the legacy system we got in truck stops, doesn't work this way. So this is very much, Grimhex is a tester on the limitation of the system that they first designed. See what I mean? Like, twice and you get out, right? So they're having to redesign the full elevator system to allow this sort of weirdness that we've got just now.
Welcome.
Which means, obviously, like everything in Star Citizen, if you find issues with the game and they have to redesign stuff, oh, that's not good. And that's not what I asked. Fuck me, like, this is another thing that I hope changes.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Thank you.
Wait on that one. So hurricanes there. Let me say anything else. Man, I got so many ships. You know what I mean? Like, I've got 2 caterpillars here. I don't own caterpillars. I don't own buccaneers. I don't have a Cutlass Black. I don't have a blue. I don't have a red. I don't have a steel. I don't have a herald. I don't have a prospector. I don't. Oh no, that's from that. All these MRs I don't own. I don't own a Taurus. You know. What else do we have here that I just don't own? And I don't own a Hercules. I don't own a Gamma. I don't own. Oh, no, that's because of the other one. What's that? Don't own our Super Hornet. Don't own any fucking Vanguards. Don't own a Hammerhead. Only have the Gladius Valiant. I don't have a Pirate. I don't have a Gladius. My second Eclipse seems to have gone walkies as well, which is interesting. Does that mean the guns are gone as well? Don't own any Avenger Titan situation as well, like. Dude, I hate it. I hate loners. No joke. I really wish there was an option. You know how, like, if you go into your profile page and you can disable, like, org invites and stuff? I wish you could disable lonerships in this game. And subscriberships and all that stuff. I hate it so much. I just want to use what I own or what I buy in game. Right. I have a feeling that my arrows have just lost all their items because stuff is missing. Yeah, well, let's get down to business. Oh no, surprising it is actually there. I can't wait to use you. I guess it's gonna be next year for the new 600i. However, oh, that's what I want to do. Yeah, right. Whilst we're waiting for this, right? Gaming, games, Star Citizen, applications. What is it that I'm looking for? Ah, fuck, it's the fleet planner I'm looking for. Ah, wait. I'm getting constantly fucking spammed with, would you like to go to Japan? For some reason, on every platform. Star Citizen Fleet VR. Especially on Instagram. Constantly getting spammed for it. No, this is not what I'm on. This might lag my stream actually. Let's get down to business. Right, I'm needing event Pisces and I want a Nova. Who makes a Nova again? God, it's so laggy. Oh yeah, the railing as well, man. I hope the railing comes in, because that thing looks fucking awesome for a transport ship. Shite. I thought, who makes the Nova? Also the spirits in, ah, there is. That's what I need. Start. Might lag the stream. Don't know how well this will be. Awesome, there we go. Ooh. Oh my god. The Pisces might be able to fit in the 600i. With the new changes. I'm trying to remove the buttons in this one. Is it like just control and slide? Super laggy. Oh my god, it's so laggy. Oh dear. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Damn, it is the same length. So I wonder with landing gears and wings folded, would it be the same height? It would be, right? It's not going to go up that much more. It's the same fucking length though. And the Nova is definitely fucking thicker. Shit, that's gonna be so dope with the new 600i. So we know that the 600i Explorer can carry a Nova tank. For some fucking reason. Which means that the Pisces can fit inside it. And now the Pisces medical's coming out. We know that the new 600i is gonna have a medical bay for the Explorer version. And I think maybe the other one as well. And we know that it's getting a speed armor, or, well, speed HP weapon system upgrade. That's going to be a fucking awesome dropship then. So use the 600i as your mum, as in mothership, right? With your drop team going in on the Pisces with fighter escort. or something like that. That is going to be so dope, man, if it works this way. Obviously, we won't know until we actually get the new 600i in-game. But that's pretty cool that they're round about the same sort of size. Again, we'll need to see with folded up. And it's not going to be tight, exactly, you know what I mean? There'll be a little bit of extra, like, movement. But if a Nova can fit in, then there is a good chance the Pisces is going to make it.
Vehicle selected.
Or multiple Merlins, actually, if you think about it, could probably go in.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Would you, though? Would you? Oh, dude, I would love to live in Japan. Ondo. If no joke, if I had the money, I would be off to Japan to live in it. Live in Japan. Somewhere, like, rural, just outside of, like, a little village or something like that, where I can watch, like, Blossom and the Maple and all that stuff. Oh, yeah. That would definitely be a lovely place to finish off. Especially where it gets snowy and stuff like that. Little hot tub. I'm trying to remember the name of the mountain that they've got, that they put all the spas beside Mount... something Shima or something like that. Not Shima. But yeah, I would love to live in Japan. And it's not that difficult if you don't actually speak. You just sort of have to learn a bit of writing, that's it, because obviously it's mandatory to learn English in these countries. And I've been a teacher as well. Or could be a teacher. I know they pay quite a bit for English teaching over there.
You are clear to launch.
Talking about the anime district? No, I'm talking about the spas out, like, lower of the big mountain in Japan. Where you go for all the, like, spas, hot tubs and stuff like that in wintertime. Olsen? Is it Olsen? Let me do this. Like you see here, maybe if it pops up here. Yeah, this one here. Yeah. Like this background. What is this? Mount Fuji. That's what I'm talking about. Fuji. So yeah, like somewhere rural around here would be fucking awesome. Maybe living in one of these, you know? If that would be possible. I'd love to low-fly Air Corp. Do I reckon get rid of the autopilot thing? I think they've already talked about it for the Hurston stuff, Vaz. That they're taking it away. But we're not going to see it anytime soon. We're going to see it when it comes with 4.0 and Hurston 2.0. You know? I personally just think that everywhere else apart from Area 18 you should be able to smash into a building. Who the fuck cares, right? Oh, is it near Tokyo? Alright, maybe a bit further away from Tokyo. Again, rural would be fine, right? If it's at an active volcano as well, that means I know that I'm fucked if it pops, right? Hey, Harry Love. Mum's welcome in, guys. But yeah, I generally feel that they should take away any auto-piloting unless it's at main landing points on these places. So even at Microtech, the areas that don't have anything to do with Microtech New Babbage, you should be able to just fucking fly through and underneath and all that jazz. And the same with anywhere around Area 18, Hurston. If it's not at the actual place, or like the trams and stuff, you should be able to fucking smash into a building. I just don't understand why CIG don't allow it, right? It seems crazy. But we do know that they're planning to take it away for the future. Autopiloting will be removed. Because they want people to do the racetrack kind of stuff. Anyway, cheers. Been waiting all day to crack this bad boy open. Hey Sal, how you doing, Chief? Tasty. How's things been with you? Shizuko, a Japanese preferred central. Oh yeah, that sounds nice. Yeah. That's Zayman. That sounds nice. Okay, so the next GoFundMe we're doing is for, I don't know, $100,000 just to get me to Japan. I'll live in a tent, right? I'll get a little shack, right? A little shack. I'll stream from my shack on a laptop. It'll be awesome. No joke, I would, right? If I had the ability to go to and live in Japan, and I could get myself like a decent shed where I could stream from, I would be over there in a shot. I would take the 2 pups. If my mother wanted to come, sure. If she wanted to stay, whatever, you know. I wouldn't even hesitate. I have a collection of lovely katanas as well. By the way, visa to Japan is open to everyone now. If you can build a shed. Alright guys, GoFundMe is operational. Time for me to sell everything I own and move to Japan and build a shed. I'll get one from Amazon. Somebody's fucking back garden. You just pull up with a fucking Amazon shed, put it out. What are you doing? Oh, Zayman on Twitch chat said, if I had a visa to go to Japan, right? I can build a shed, I can stay there for free. That means your garden, I can come and live here, right? You know? And currently there are 63 teaching English jobs open. Woo! They can call me senpai. Awesome. Have all that stuff. One of those inflatable emergency tents? Yeah, that would do, right? No joke, again, like if I could find somewhere... The problem is that property in Japan is super expensive, right? It's not really the price of living, so to speak, it's the price of buildings and stuff like that. Because food is, you know what, super cheap, right? Internet's super cheap, all that stuff. The only thing I would have an issue with is that, does Japan still have the restricted internet? Or is it like a certain age up to? I know that like in Asia you have like restricted internet times or something like that to stop crazy fucking gameplay sessions, but... Here mate, there's a criminal group on Shubin on your server, or somehow ended on your server. We should go be rid of them. Well, I'm a criminal, and I'm also, if you're talking about Daymar, I'm in the worst ship to fly in Daymar for PvP. Japan internet is open for all? There we go then, that's a fucking beauty, right? I wonder if I could get every single person in QQP to play on Asia servers. That would be a funny one. It would be a ground operation? Oh, I don't do ground. Like until desync and 6 seconds fucking peaker advantage is taken from Star Citizen, I don't do ground stuff. It's the same for like SBK, you know. Just don't like it. Yeah, but you could move. Oh, who followed me in warp? Somebody followed me in warp. I love how there's like a little flap on. See, look at that, right? Oh my god, immersion! Wait, but there's no button underneath it, CIG. There's just a flap. So man,
Quantum travel complete.
a good one-way flight is for. Oh no, I'm not bothered about that, right? It's just sort of a house, basically. What's up? I hate the quantum sounds getting locked on. Yeah, there's no button under the flap. I was about to come up with a very sexist joke, but I'm going to hold myself back on that one. Or not really a sexist joke, more of a man's joke. A male's joke. Only males would laugh and giggle. A wise man, yeah. How much would a house be? They're quite expensive in Japan. I mean, obviously you can find really nice places, but I would need like 500 grand minimum, I think. And I think if I sold my property with assets and stuff, I would probably only be 275, right? So, yeah. That would be like if I won the lottery, or, I don't know, fucking channel exploded or something like that for randomness. It's a little bit too pricey for my range right now. So it's so fucking cold in this house right now. Let's see what it's like with this. Hey, yeah, no, good morning to you, Chief. Not time for Thursday afternoon cancellation yet? No. Bye. Free 17.4, free 18 definitely is bringing a lot of juicy stuff if it works. I think we're all sort of like hoping that, or I think CIG are just still hoping that Pez is going to be the working by them. But now we just need the Banner Merchantman. The Banner Merchantman would actually allow us to have some nice capital warfare, I think. Also, it'd be funny to just absolutely splatter cannon a hammerhead with a Banner Merchantman. It's like, what, dual 8s and then the turret on top as well? That's gonna be fun, man. Because we've never seen anything more than size 5 in this game yet. Desperate to see, like, obviously they'll look exactly the same and sound the same, but you know what I mean? Like, when you hit a hammerhead or a big ship with a size 6 gun, you're gonna watch that shield just go boop, and move around. And I'm not talking about like the Ion, because the Ion really isn't a size 7 gun as far as I'm concerned. Same with the Inferno, it just doesn't feel like the power you would get from size 7. You add this song to your playlist? Let's have a look. What's this one? Oh, fuck no. No. It might get randomly played. We'll see, but no. Did you see the blurred image on the IE teacher post? What do you think it will be? Are you talking about the ship, the Drake ship landing in? It's called the Drake Cutter, Salah. If anybody doesn't know who I'm talking to, by the way, Game Dudestar is called Salah. Yeah, it's in the files already. It's called the Drake Cutter. We don't know exactly what it's designed to do or what its spec is, but it's in the assets for free 17.4. And it's Drake's new ship. The thing is though, like, everyone's like, oh, it's a salvaging ship or it's a pirate ship. I kind of feel like it's a boarding ship, personally. Because Drake Cutter, we already have the Drake Vulture, which is their salvaging ship. And then you've got all the ships like Buccaneer and, you know, they're very piratey kind of thing. So I kind of feel it's going to be something that maybe, yeah, a heavy fighter or maybe like a boarding ship or something like that. I mean, like when you call it cutter, it sort of, especially with it not being a salvaging ship, it kind of feels like, you know what I mean, it would be like a boarding ship. Because the only other boarding ship we've got, technically, is the Legionnaire. And that's nowhere to be seen, right? So who knows? Maybe it's just, anybody seen the old cartoon series in the 80s, Joyce and the Wheeled Warriors? That's pretty much what it is, right? It's just gonna be a ship with a fucking big saw blade on the front of it. It just spins around. Drake mining ship? I doubt it, right? I doubt it would be a mining ship. That's actually a fucking good tune. I need to... I don't even know if you could probably get the real one on this. Jace and the Wheeled Warriors. Also, that wouldn't be good. Yeah, here we go. Let's try and see if this is the legit one, right? Oh no, it's the fake one. Ugh, God, I hate fake. I literally hate fake fucking things on Spotify. Drives me nuts. Also, why is this thing pulling down? Let's do it this way. I guess maybe they're not allowed to... Yeah, here we go. Let's fucking do it the proper way. Sup, boss? Lightning strikes. Ah, man. Just can't beat 80s cartoons theme tunes. Let's keep it turning, won't stop burning. Man, 80s themes. Best shit, like. Weird Warriors! Or this one's a good one, is that? Tally ho! Might not be the original though. Oh, this is not. This is not, it's just somebody's fucking... Wait. God damn it. Why did people put... God, jeez. Why do people call it the wrong thing? I love how literally now this just keeps fucking picking up the right thing that I need, right? Here we go. Silverhawks! I was a massive 80s cartoon fan. Holy shit, like. I'll still even watch it in my 40s, right? Well, turning 40 this year. I shouldn't even put myself in the 40s just yet. We have a solid decade between us. Lower or higher? Drinks of steel, Silverhawk. You're younger? Ah, right. So you're 90s then. Yeah. We want to see, like, see this, right? I'm pretty sure he just recently did it. Yeah. This Leo just did a thing. Right, listen to this. This is so good. How many people remember this, right? Obviously, this is a heavy metal version, right? Hey, Jack, how you doing? All out, welcome in. When you hear the words, right? You'll recognize it. Body crime! Body tub! Anyone recognize it? The mission! And Spectrum's got some superstition! Mask! Mask! Mask was fucking awesome, like... Yeah, no. Obviously it's a bit of a heavy metal version though. It gives you the laser rays! So did I. I never got it. However, I did get the Optimus Prime. That had the transforming carriage, so yeah, but I never got... I got the masked car with the red car with the wings up. That's the only thing I got, right? But yeah, I remember all like the garage toys and stuff. Ah, man. It'd be worth a bit of money right now, I think. Yeah, it's Leo's version, yeah. Ooh, 24 kilometers, chat. We got a low flyer. Ooh. A Hurricane. Looks free. Hurricane's gonna be a bit faster than me. Mask. My mask. My mask. Secondary target coming in. It's a race. Fight a Box free. Shift to 1. Box free. Yeah, Hurricane is way faster than me. That's why I'm going for an engine pop, if I can. Yeah, look at it pulling away. Hurricane is so fast in a straight line, it's not even funny. I'm catching though. He's pulling away again. I'm back here, tally-hoo! I'm gonna try and get afterburner so I can chase. Woo! Alright, Alright, we got a 50er behind us. Free arm. Or more. Let's take her up and rise down. He was close, like. He was close. Solo Hurricane. Great kid show, yeah. Alright, a little bit more. Let's fire up. Got a charge. Let's warp in. Secondary targets off scan. Ugh. Too close? Alright. Right, we're just going to drift in then. Do another one. Do this, right? Yes, the proper PvP music. Fraggle fucking rock. Hello. Yeah, and a Fraggle rock. Oh, Harrow! Of the universe! I am TheDarkLaw. The defender of Edmund, unhursted. Cringer. My magic sword instead. Cringer? What a fucking name for a fucking battle guy, eh? Cringe! Oh god, he warped. And everyone else watching the show, obviously. Oh, what a meme that one is. Oh god, no, not Disney! Daring, rageous, and caring. Why the fuck do I still know it? Like fucking 30 years later. They sing out in chorus. Love is the sound. That's why my childhood is so fucked, right? Bouncing here and then and everywhere. Dreadful, I still know the words, right?
Hydrogen fuel at 100%.
Did they release any of the solo play yet? Oh, Skoda? No. Nah, you won't see that for another 2 years. Devil Advocate. The introduction is successful yet. Inspector Gadget. Woo-hoo. I'm surprised they've not done a live action of Inspector Gadget, to be honest. Gotta get re-download? Oh, you're about to get a major patch at the end of the year. I probably would wait till then, like. Go, Gadget, go! There was something wrong with his daughter, like. You know who would be a good Inspector Gadget? Right, okay, listen to me, right? Inspector Gadget, played by Henry Cavill, with the same mustache that he had in Mission Impossible, right? That's who, but don't make it too goofy kind of Inspector Gadget, but like more of a like unserious Inspector Gadget. That's who I think should play Inspector Gadget, right? He's right about the same age as well. There is a live expected, really, of Inspector Gadget. Jim Carrey would actually be a good role for it, yeah. Across the scars. Always searching for his father. Sobos. We already heard this one. Matthew Broderick? Really? Shit, I'll need to actually have a look at that then. Was it any good or was it bad? Ulysses 31 or 29, can't remember what it was called. One of my favorites. No, 31. Penny was just, I don't know, dude, like in the 80s, I just don't think Penny was like an accurate representation of like a young girl, right? We're not old! How dare you call 80s cartoons old? They still kick the shit out of current cartoons. And better theme tunes as well. No, I'm in my prime. Ah, here we go. Here's the non-rock version one. Crusaders! Overtime! Fighting crime? Woo! It's like Anu. That should be Anu's theme tune. What's this? Something's 12 out here. Or maybe it's a rock. I think the only cartoon I wasn't really into was G.I. Joe's. Oh, there we go. Oh! Is that 70? That could be at here. Oh! Time to go. We're really hit. Fly, saber, fly. Oh no, don't give me the warp bug! Oh god, there we go. The Ninja Turtles. You got Battle of the Plants theme tune? No. I'm just listening to Alyssa. Garden! What the fuck? Oh god, why do I even know this one? Paddington Peas. Yeah, let's just... Oh, fuck. I forgot about this. This was actually a really good tune, right? We're friends to help them out. Yeah, I guess it was nothing. Schneer oh schneer! Oh, fucker. Dun, dun. Oh, Jesus. Oh, can I not see? Oh, there it is. I like how these outposts are within range so you can see big ships. They did a remake of this recently, didn't they?
Quantum travel complete.
Ooh! Oh! Charging speed! There he goes. Oh, he's come back in a Crusader C2! Hurricane wasn't enough, right? Yes, I've returned. He's fucking going as well. He's already fucking going. He's like, fuck this! Ah! Swear like an Inferno would be a good one, right? Is he going to the rear turret? Why is he popping? Why is he popping decoy? Or noise, sorry. Destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. You're at like super warp height now, by the way, dude. Oh god, shield's going down as well. Ugh. Gotta love how a fucking Hercules can pull away from a saber. Whee. Oh yeah, I forgot about Trapdoor. Oh yeah, here we go. This was a really good one. The 31st century. This was a really good one. I had the DVD collection when it came out. Oh, on DVD anyway. I'm pretty sure it was a French cartoon as well that got translated to English. You seen many Anvil Super Hornets around? Yeah, not really. You don't see Hornets much these days. Sadly, they're just not good, right? Alright, let's have enough of that. I think we may have to switch over. I swear it would be awesome if I could base from somewhere close so I could just switch server. Because pretty much like the Hornet and stuff like that, CIG just don't really know where to put it just now until they sort out other things, you know? Well, you'll see the Hornet good in free 4.0, Ellen, right? Saber, Buccaneer, Hornet are going to be very, very good in that system. Because light fighters will go from a meta to where they're a very, very high skill ceiling ship. Again, it all depends on, as we were having the conversation yesterday, if they decide to keep fixed, gimbal, and turret assist, right? If they take it away, it's going to be a really cool shift in balance on certain ships. Like, everything will have a much better use than it is right now, because the biggest problem is that the Hornet and the Saber Buccaneer are really, really good in atmosphere to a certain degree, but again, light fighters just have too much damage, too much mobility, too much tank for what they were designed for. And this is where, again, I have a feeling like interceptors and lights will be more designed for chasing down and proper engagement dogfighting, and fleet setup will use medium and heavy, right? And you have to look at it like 5 lights versus 5 mediums. The lights are fucking dead in 4.0. Because the alpha and damage output from the mediums just outweigh it, right? Obviously there's still a chance for lights to do it, but you would be better off doing structurized fleets. Simplest fleet for a 5-man team would be Mantis, 1 heavy, 2 lights, and an interceptor. That would be my choice of fleet. And the heavy could be Hurricane, it could be a Vanguard, because a Vanguard is also going to be very good in the new system. Assist on bigger ships? Again, no, because big ships shouldn't be shooting at fighters, Warp Spider, right? That's what your gunners should be for. And you should just make it where instead of 200 rounds for a gunner, you have like 500 rounds with no assist. There you go. Flying like a jet? It does work, yeah. A lot of people don't know, like, there was a fight yesterday where most arena commander pilots, and I say this with the nicest respect to them, most arena commander pilots only know how to fly in space with this sort of trichord weird meta, and they've got really good aim, right? But there's many times where I've versed people with really good aim and they just don't know how to knife fight or right fight in atmosphere, and I just always have my nose on their tail. And then they buckle and they break away on that, you know? Or you see them going into their typical back strafing to turn around bullshit, and in 4.0 that goes out the window. Even for spaceflight. So there's a lot of people that require it. I don't tricord, and I don't backstrafe. When I fight people, I only let go of my left stick to turn my things around. I'm more of a yaw fighter than anything else. But that's because I'm always in atmosphere, right? I don't fly in space because it's just, I hate the way it is. Knife fighting is cool, but again, there's so much sphere fighting, it's boring for me. And again, that's just my opinion on it. So I'm looking forward to when people don't have those advantages anymore. And you actually have to maybe structurize your fighting a bit better than just fucking, oh, I sit in Arena Commander for 6 hours. I'm gonna shit on everyone, you know? I'm in the Saber right now. It's only good in hard atmosphere like Hurston, ArcCorp, or Microtech. Anywhere else it's absolute dog shit because, again, light fighters have too much damage and too much mobility in space over it. But it's king on Hurston right now. Like, even a Cartual fucking struggles against this thing. The Cartual can sort of get behind it, but the damage output on the Saber is just so high. And that's how it should be, to be honest, you know what I mean? It should be a squishy ship with high DPS and stealth capabilities, and it's not, because the moment you take it into space, it turns like an absolute piece of shit. In atmosphere, it actually shows you what the flight system's going to be, because this thing has huge frontal forward, right? It's so good. But it's so shit at turning, so this allows you to actually see what it's like under a dampening effect. Now add this into space, Saber's going to be really, really good. Obviously, still big profile, easy to be fucking pancaked, all that jazz. But as a group, sabers, a couple of sabers will fucking disintegrate arrows if you do it well enough. Which will be nice to see, because again, I generally feel that light fighters should be more of like a scout, like killing off strays instead of your main fighter, right? I never understood why CIG made light fighters the main fighter. They are light, they're not meant to be doing the big work and stuff like that, but for years they have been, so... And this is coming from somebody who flies the arrow all the time. It's boring, really boring gameplay. So I would love to see it where, like, maybe your Hornet becomes your standard meta ship to get into instead of the Gladius, right? A little bit more damage, a little bit more HP, but not as movable. And make it where light fighter pilots become highly skilled. That would be so dope. So dope to see. Merchantman's gonna be cool, yeah. Alright. This is sort of non-existent for us, so let's go to another server. I've got I've got 2 merchantments at 250. That was a bargain. Oop, I got hiccups. Well, again, there is no way to tell that Southern Cross until we actually see what forward thrusters are, right? Because again, the way CIG are changing the flight system is that your primary thruster, your main thruster of pushing yourself forward, has the no limit sort of system where it doesn't have any dampening to it, which is going to be very interesting to see how it goes. Obviously, backstrafe has the most dampening effect, and they're making it where your sides and your up and down are the stuff. Now, we don't know if up is going to be, because they've got 2 versions, right? They've got it where up is still the same, where it's more powerful than downstrafe. I personally feel up and down should be the same. That's just me. I don't think it should have an advantage like that. I think people should just learn to more turn into their fighting beforehand or something like that, or afterwards, and see how it goes. I would love to see it that way, basically. But we know that all those thrusters have a dampening effect, which means that when you move in one way, you're dampened where it's not as easy to come back on it. And again, if you look at the dampening effect that we have on, like, say, Hurston, that would be roughly about what they were showcasing. Even within space, you saw, like, the ships flying around, they were very, very dampened in their movement. And I think this is really good, because this definitely pushes more forward fighting, not so much knife edging, but more circle fighting. Now, if the CIG change it to circle fighting, say they do go this route. Now, we know that the vet team love DCS, they love Flight Simulator. We know that Chris Roberts wants the World War II dogfighting effect in space, which is an interesting idea, but obviously that's on the cards. The simplest way I think CIG should do it is change the weapon. If they go more circle fighting and they make it where weapon ranges are less, this would work for fighters, and then they could leave it where big ships have the big range, right? Because they're slower. Because they're never going to be able to circle fight against fighters. And we're talking about dogfighting, because again, you shouldn't be in a 600i trying to dogfight a fucking arrow, or in a Hercules trying to dogfight an arrow like you can right now. which is the bonkers thing. The Hercules is faster at turning and moving than a fucking Hornet in space. That makes no sense. Absolutely no sense in a video game. The idea is that ship should be like just basically using its turrets to defend itself and moving in vertical and horizontal lines, you know? No, you're not gonna see any capitals like that. Idris M, K, Javelin, Kraken until we've got persistence. It doesn't work. It'll literally kill the servers, dude. Or it will be on the server meshing as well. Hornet is broken, yeah. The Hornet is broken. The Banu Defender doesn't have an atmosphere flight system. The Hercules doesn't have a weight system. Same with the Carrack. There's so many broken ships in the game. And everyone's like, oh no, it's fine. It's fine that, no, it's broken. Alright? It's absolutely shit broken. And obviously this will get changed in 4.0. Or hopefully it'll get changed, you know? What I would love to see is where the bigger the ship, the more HP it has, the slower it is to stop, harder to stop in atmosphere, and you have to sort of play a bit more slower gameplay instead of rushing around, but you are literally a floating behemoth tank kind of thing. I would love to see that, right? Exactly, Freaky, but it's more the interior stuff requires the server sharding tech and all that jazz to actually work, you know. Hey, Vinny, thank you very much for the 5 months, dude. Appreciate ya. Puppy is doing fine. Thank you for asking, dude. He's literally just chilling right there. So he's out of, you can see where he was making a wee pit, right? On his blanket. So he was lying in that wee circle there. Now he's having a wee spasm dream. Look at that. His little paws are... He grows so fast as well, like. It's not even funny. Yeah, he's doing very well, thanks for asking. Well, no, it won't take 5 people to fly an Idris or something like that. It'll take 1 person. It's like 5 people to crew it, right? 5 to 10. When they first brought out the Idris and the Javelin, they were like, oh yeah, the Javelin's gonna require fucking 20 people to crew. No, it's not. It won't. Because anybody knows that trying to get 20 people at one time to play a video game for 1 ship ain't fucking happening in Star Citizen, right? So the only way you'll ever get Idris and Javelin sort of gameplay is if that you can cover the basics of it. So piloting, shields, weapon systems, that would be your minimum crew. Engineering, right? And then you make it where everything else is basically automated or fake automated, where you see the NPC doing it there, but it's automatic, right? That's the only way these ships will ever work. Because technically you can get 80 people in a Javelin. There's 80 beds, right? Or there's 40 beds, so for like skeleton crew kind of stuff. It's just stupid, right? You're not gonna get 80 people on 1 ship playing a video game at all time. It's never happened. It's the same with the idea that Bengals will be in Star Citizen. I doubt they will be. CIG always said, oh, you're gonna be able to find a Bengal and rearm it and stuff like that. The amount of people you would have to have around the clock guarding it and maintaining it and all that stuff is just stupid shit in a video game, right? It makes no sense to have it that in depth, you know? Even if just to say, alright, this is what we are doing for Star Citizen, it's still just never happening. My understanding was that you had to have a lot of gaming shops invested in the ships in order to get gaming crews together on their lands. No. This isn't Eve can't do it in this game. No, again, it's just... In Eve, it's fine because it's just 1 person flying it, right? But if you need fucking 80 people for a ship, you ain't... Like, how... Anybody here ever done, like, hardcore raids? EverQuest 2, World of Warcraft, stuff like that. Whatever your fancy. And if you ever tried to do a 40-man raid, how difficult was it to... Like, EverQuest 2 had them. And that's my only experience on it. And it was a mission, an absolute fuckery of mission to get 40 people in every time with the strats to actually do it. It was like literally no joke. You would have to spend 10 hours a day kind of doing it, or whenever you could go in. Who the fuck wants that for Star Citizen? I don't. I don't want to have to find real life people to work a job and stuff like that. Exactly, Forgeman. How you doing, Chief? So I think what we will definitely see is more like the standards, the pilot, the captain, maybe, the engineer person, maybe somebody that does the power management, and then weapon system, right? So say for example, you've got like a javelin, you need one remote guy for the dorsals, you need 13, no, you need, they changed it, so you need, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the report person, remotes at the underneath, and then you need the 8 on the top, right? Image Rise, you say that again, dude. I will ban you from this channel. I am not your father, sorry to say. There's a reason why my personal max crew limit for ships is around 5 to 6. Yeah, because it works, right? Listen here, respect my authority. NPCs will make it more flexible. Well, we still need to see how NPCs are going to work, right? Because right now, the only NPC AI that we actually have is where they land, they get out of a ship, and they sort of don't do fuck all, right? So when people are like, oh, don't worry, I'll have 80 NPCs crewing my javelin, it's like, alright, good luck, Cupcake. I personally don't believe AI is going to solve problems like that. I would more likely prefer it would be an automated system, and you just have the crew member NPC standing there pretending to do shit, but you know what I mean, you've got somebody at a console that does everything, basically. Again, we might see automated stuff, freaky with fire. You know what I mean? It's so difficult to get more than 5 people interested in being on one ship every day kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's like some of these organizations that have got like these, oh yeah, we've got fucking 100 Idrises. Or, yeah, you can't even field one though, right? You can't even field one. Because you don't have everyone wanting to go on that one ship. You all want to be the jack-off fucking Idris owner. And that's the reality with Star Citizen. Everyone wants to be the fucking captain of the ship. Nobody wants to be the crewman or the fucking gunner. When your organization has like 20 fucking capitals, you can't even field one. Until everyone sort of gives up the idea. Unless they make the AI work. But I still don't believe that's gonna work at all. I need to see more evidence that AI can actually do what people pray it does, right? But technically, isn't the gunner on an NPC for pirates? Yeah, but you can fill that role, right, Ajovic? You can fill that role. That's fine. That's easy to do. But for AI to work where you're the pilot and say people want to take over gunner spot, you have to make it where the AI can be commanded to get out of the chair, the AI to target your target. You know what I mean? It's not so much just it sits in the spot. That's easy to do, right? It's the fact that you have to have it where you have some sort of control over such AI. And that's, if you ever seen like in Arma, it's not the best. And that Arma has some of the best AI control systems. And even then, no, they're not going to do agent smithing. They already said that's not happening. They cancelled that idea many, many years ago, Jag. You're not going to be able to do agent smithing. It was going to cause too many complications. But again, if they add in a decent system that allows you to control the AI, yeah, and sure, yeah, it'll work. But that's the system that I'm talking about. I need to see that work before I could ever be like, yeah, let's hire an NPC to do multiple roles or something like that, right? Ooh, cargo box. Freelancer Max here, cargo box. Probably doing. Oh no, the helmets are finished. Oh no, the helmets are still on here. Hey, Galactamonkey, how you doing, you? The idea with agent smithing at the beginning of the Kickstarter and stuff like that, Southern Cross, was the idea that you could be away in the universe with your AI and one of your friends could get into a pod and literally remote control that AI from their position, right? That was the agent smith, being able to teleport yourself onto somebody's ship, and everyone wanted it. Nobody wanted it. Only a select few wanted it. Because the potential was I could literally fly to a location with a hammerhead by myself with AI, and then everyone could be doing their own thing. I could be like, right, I found somebody, I baited them in, and everyone goes, fucking 7 players are now in my hammerhead, able to just start gunning down people, right? That's how broken that system was going to be, and CIG literally were like, meh, alright, okay, this is a bad idea. I mean, it would have been a good idea apart from the fact that you could have literally abused it in PvP. Squadron 42 was meant to have co-op, but again, they removed co-op from the idea. Because it was going to delay it even more, making it a co-op game, right? Maybe you'll actually see co-op in the future, right? It's the same with like, a lot of people are like, oh, Cyberpunk would be kind of cool co-op, right? Alright, so we got somebody at Lorville, 47, they'll be landing. This one's doing nothing here. Yeah, that was pretty much what it is. God. Again, I understand that it would massively help smaller groups out, but it would also make it where I could literally do all the work. Like, say I fly a Nidris full of fighters, and then all I do is then get everyone to, like, remote control the AI, and they've not had to move anywhere, right? They just get into a little console and what they were gonna do, and it's so broken, right? Because I think if you're caught by yourself and you've got AI, that should be what you have. You should not be able to go from a fully AI crew to a fully player crew just because you got caught, yeah? Well, the bounty hunter system needs a massive overhaul though, devils. It doesn't pay well enough. They literally made it where NPC farming, it pays better than going after players. Because unfortunately a lot of criminals and blue players are Alt F4ing when they get caught. So that's getting sorted out next year, where you won't be able to Alt F4 in combat. They're changing basically the flight systems to prevent people just running away all the time. If you get caught, obviously you'll be able to run around freely. We're only talking about combat. Yeah, and I think there's been, like, for me, I've had this idea, I've said it a couple of times on the show, where when it's, say for example you're a bounty hunter and you leave Hurston, right? When you're leaving Hurston and you go and chase after a player that's on Microtech, and that player either gets caught, dies, or leaves the game for valid reasons, right? You have then traveled all that way for no reason. They need to make it where the moment that you finish the warp 2 and you get the notification that they left, it instantly gives you like a couple of NPC high money rewards for your time, right? So whilst you're chasing after the player, you've got a decent amount, like 40k is not good enough. It should be 100k to come after a criminal 5, right? 100k to come after me. It goes up depending on how many kills or how many days. Yeah, they can work out that way. But then if I have to leave the server, or my ISP goes, or I get put in prison by somebody else, if you've traveled all that way, you should get then, oh, go and kill, right, so TheDarkLaw was, the server or the game recognizes that I was in the Saber, they give you a bounty, an NPC bounty to kill a Saber, and you get the same amount of money on Microtech. If they did this, more players would do the PvP side, right? So if you can't Alt F4, and you don't waste your time chasing after players who just leave the game, naturally, right? Done deal. People will spend more time doing it. But again, you just literally go to Hearthstone, you just have unlimited NPC killing. Why chase after a player? I'm on Hearthstone. Oh, actually, I've just noticed there's no Comrade. That's probably why we're not getting any. I'll do this. This will show my location now. And again, that would give somebody a reason to spend that time warping that distance, right? Because the last thing you want to do is spend 10 minutes warping from Hearthstone to Microtech, depending on your spec, your drive, and then the person gets put in prison, you're like, well, that's just 10 minutes of my life wasted. If it then goes, oh, sorry, the TheDarkLaw has been arrested, or has left the vicinity, we've lost track of him, that could be the code for left the server, and it goes, but we know of another Saber pilot in the area that's worth the same amount of money. Here's the mission that takes you on, right? And it would just be an NPC and a Saber. Murder NPCs? What do you mean, Bray? How you doing as well? Welcome in. Or if somebody quits mid-fight, that ship becomes an NPC? No, I don't think it should become an NPC. I think it should be just where you get punished and it becomes stationary, and you just sit stationary. That allows people to destroy you, board you, whatever that was going on beforehand. RC PvP, bounty hunting, none of that is worth your time. It's just a fun factor, yeah, but it shouldn't be just a fun factor. It should be rewarding if you're doing it. And the simplest way is, again, if your bounty player that you're chasing after doesn't work out, it automatically gives you the same value to kill an NPC, and it just spawns it randomly where you can warp to. Ships are already delayed on despawn when logging out? Yeah, but when you Alt F4, your player instantly disappears. Freaky. That's what they're solving. So if I'm boarding your ship and I want the loot on your body, it's gone before I get to it, right? You just F1. Moby Glass refreshes your location in the game, Vadim. If anybody doesn't know, this has been in since literally 2.6 or something like that. The moment you F1, you sync up with the server. Funny enough. Yeah, the Alt F4 mess is bad. You didn't know that? Yeah, the moment you press F1, it syncs you with the server. So, when there was only SBK to PvP in the game, when people would land in their ships and you wouldn't see them get out, you would quickly F1 Moby Glass and they would appear in front of you. Because you would sync yourself up to the server. But it also means that people could then see you, right? Because you were synced. But it's still the same thing. When comms are down, to change my location, refresh my location, all I have to do is F1. And the funny thing is though, if I move location, it won't update unless I hit a comm ray, so people could come to Edmund and waste their time. So it can be used as a meme, but yeah, well, that's the fun factor of comms going down, right? I'm not sure if like F2 does it. I'm pretty sure it's only like F1. I'm not even sure if F11 that does the chat is it as well. Yeah. We're gonna have to swap server again though. Thank you very much for the follows coming in as well, guys. Relapse. I think that's right, Relapse. And it's Meppy as well. I still think that comrades should automatically come back online after an hour. That's just me though. You know what I mean? Like, you've got a UE system. These are UE comrades. You telling me that an NPC isn't called out to go and turn them back on? Really considering buying Star Citizen, however, heard mixed reviews. How would you recommend it? Right, so this is not really a way of recommending it, but I primarily stream Star Citizen, right? I've been streaming Star Citizen on this channel for 169 days in a row, okay? And in that time, I've probably come across pretty much every bug, all that known to this game. And I'm still playing it, right? There's a free flight coming up, so you can get into it. You can use my referral code if you want to create an account, and stuff like that. But if you've got the spare 45 bucks, and you've got the rig that can run it, you will have an experience. However, it does have a honeymoon period where it's like a couple of months, depending on what you actually do, and then eventually the bugs will get to you at times. It is a developing game, but I can tell you right now, there's no other game like Star Citizen, even with its bugs. So right now, I've got a player here in this freelancer, so you can see my marker down there. I'm gonna add a 1 to it so you can see it. That is an actual player that I've just been sort of camping for a bit. And they have got cargo, which I don't want. I just literally want to shoot at them for whatever reasons, because in the future, the next patch, free 18, well, we're actually getting free 17.4, but the next major patch brings salvage, which means that when I kill a player's ship, I will be able to make money from their hull. So, my sort of role is like a killer in this game. A mindless killer. But it will make money very shortly. The comrade repair mission should have a timer, and if you're not doing that job, it should change contract. Yeah, that would be dope. Again, like, even if it was just like 30 minutes, it start like the AI turn it back on. Because again, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're in a UE system and they don't turn their comrades back on? Just seems really weird, right? Oh, you say that now, it's people. But when you see me killing mindlessly, you might think differently, right? Because there's a big thing within the Star Citizen community where a lot of people go, oh, you're a griefer, right? This is the biggest thing. They call it griefing, where if you just PvP in this game, mindlessly, they call it griefing. Because they don't understand that in the future, everything has its sort of risk versus reward, right? But right now it's called griefing. It's called ganking in other games, or PKing, basically. And yeah, you'll come across that. Because for me, griefing in a video game is bullying somebody. And when you buy this game, it actually advertises that you're going to be involved in conflict and combat, and still people will cry about it and stuff, you know? They don't want a PvP in a PvP game, or a game that offers PvP. Also, Galactic, thank you very much for the gifted sub to It's Meepy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that, dude. Thank you, thank you. Good vibes, Scout. Are you a filthy criminal? I'm gonna leave Sushi here. So Sushi, this poor freelancer, is like, I'm gonna move over here, right? Actually, I'll warp away from Sushi to stop the freak out. I think I'm gonna go to Daymar and just do some low flying, because, yeah, I'm not really getting much on these servers right now. Don't listen to other people, watch YouTube, beginner tutorials, play on the free line. I mean, 45 bucks for a star pack is pretty cheap. It's so easy to evade PvP. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Exactly. Alright. Okay, we're gonna swap server again. Because it's pretty dead. Not getting much on Hearthstone today, which is sad. But yeah, feel free to ask any questions. If you guys want to use my referral code, obviously it's free to do so. Exclamation mark REF, or it's SCREF. You can sign up with that, create an account, literally within 2 weeks, 16 days, it's Meepy. You'll be able to play the game for free for a week. and then if you purchase an account or purchase a starter pack, then it's normally like 20 or 30% off, right? So hold for 16 days, dude. 2 weeks, right? That would be my recommendation, because you're gonna get it at a cheaper rate, and you'll be able to test your rig out beforehand, because again, this game is very CPU bottlenecked and all that jazz, right? You need like 32GB of RAM, SSD drive, a decent graphics card, but it's mainly CPU that causes the issue. And you may get an addition. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. I forgot that if you use the referral and then you buy a pack, sometimes they give referral things. It only happens to like one person though, you know? Like, one thing. Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, to be honest, it'd be kind of cool if it was a Pisces, right? But it's normally like dragonflies and stuff, you know. It's a good time to be Citizen, because right now we've sort of had... I want to say, like, how long is Free 17? Well, I mean, I've been streaming it for nearly 6 months in a row. Every day. And I think I started at Free 17 what? Maybe? So we've nearly had half a year of the same patch. We're about to get another mini patch, Free 17.4, which brings in IE, which is like an expo in-game, where you can go, you can rent all ships for free for 24 hours, and you can actually go and climb in ships, like if you went to an expo in real life. It's a very bizarre thing to actually experience in a video game, but they actually allow you to do that. But then obviously you'll get the discount as well, and there's some other stuff that comes up. But then we're going to get a major patch, hopefully by the end of the year, called Free 18, and that brings in a lot of stuff. Salvaging, hand salvaging, big salvaging, new updates to all the moons. If you guys don't know, they're updating all the moon textures, because the new system allows people to, or the artist to actually dig into the sphere of the moon. Right now you have to build everything on top of a moon sphere, obviously in the coding. But the new systems actually allow them to start making gorges and deep caverns and caves and all that jazz, which is going to be really, really cool when that comes. And then you've got SBK changes, some more other stuff as well. It's an absolute crazy one. I think we'll, like, this is my theory. I think we'll get open PTU for the holiday season. And I think we will get live January, end of January. That would be my theory guess right now, because we're not even out of Evo yet, and it's normally 3 or 4 weeks for PTU. They want to get out within December. They would have to get it out within the first like 3 weeks. I don't know, it's just really sketchy time, you know. But if they did open PTU for Free 18, I think that would be fine. That allows everyone to go and make mistakes and wipe their account over and over again. We had that 1 year. We didn't have it last year, but there was 1 year where they gave us the ability to do that. What do you mean, Tumberino? You disagree? I predict Pyro Q3 2023 when the letter from the chairman came out. Hey Jace, how you doing? How's it going? Yeah, it's quiet, dude. It's quiet. How's things with you? More money for bounty hunters? Yep. But then again, it's not Argo, right? They have to change the Alt F4 in sort of that. Well, yeah, I mean Jump Town was pretty dead as well, like after last time I did it. However, the new Jump Town upgrades sound pretty cool. Double the expensors and more entries into Jump Town, so they're actually making a bigger facility for Free 18. Which sounds kind of cool, right? I still don't think it'll make much any difference, but oh yeah. So you're thinking we won't get PTU until next year, you know? Need more ballistas? Yeah. I was looking forward to, but also dread the day when all your custom ship components do not come back on your ship when you come. Dude, I love that, Vaden. No joke. It's one of the things that gave me apps. So in EVE Online, EVE is the only game. Oh, hello. EVE is the only game for me where I've ever had PvP chills. PvP chills were basically like, what's it called? Hairs stand up, all that stuff, right? Like old Jump Town, right? And the only time it's ever been the case in Star Citizen was when you lost your components and there was actually a risk of dying properly, right? And I can't wait for it to come back to where you'll lose stuff, because that gives that sort of PvP fear factor.
Quantum drive is
I say change Jump Town to buying the cargo. Oh, dude, yeah, completely agree on that one. Completely agree on that. We had a group of 6, we took the skies, the ground, then 3 guys camping the airlock. Yeah, exactly, dude. It's so stupid. I can't wait until the multiple entries. Never ever understood why CIG had one door. Even on the old Jump Town it was bad, right? Even on the old Jump Town. They are, yeah. I personally think there should be no airlocks on these facilities, right? Or hear me out, they do this shield airlock that you get in what's it called? Star Marine kind of stuff, right? Airlocks in these facilities just don't work unless you have multiple entries. Even like secret doors would be cool as well. Or just add the shield, right? Just make it where you have to go through the air shield that we have like on hangars and like the Prowler, yeah. That would work. As he talked about after Jump Town 2% was over, the kiosk just said, yeah, exactly. It's so there's no risk versus reward, right? You can go to discourage people from unequipping FPS armor. Well, the thing is as well, you got to remember that in the future they're planning to make it where pilots can't wear armor and you have to actually wear a flight suit and stuff like that, so yeah. Oh yeah, totally did. Nothing worse than watching somebody get out SPK out of a fucking Gladius and they've got full heavy armor on, a railgun, a grenade launcher on their back, and they're going in to clear their crime stat, right? Yeah, okay. Apparently you're not going to be able to sit in any chair with a backpack or a weapon on your shoulders in the system. But they haven't decided if you're not going to be able to get like, if you're going to be able to get in a gunner's chair with heavy armor. You know? It makes the inventory of the Glad useless? Not really. I mean, the Glad does have quite a bit of inventory. Like, you have enough space for a backpack, for example. And you can place, like, 2 medium-sized weapons. The system, no. Oh, yeah. Not the rework, right, yeah. Again, I'm fine with, like, I would be quite happy if somebody could wear light armor in the pilot chair. Just make it where no backpacks, no railguns on your back. I'm fine with that, right? Because that's the biggest thing, where literally you can take Narnia with you and you somehow can sit in a chair. But I definitely feel like jet fighter pilots or like an arrow pilot should have to have like a G-locking jumpsuit, right? Yeah. Again, I'm fine with light armor, but I would personally like to see pilot armor, right? Or like a pilot flight suit that has more realistic sort of things, you know, like extra air, stuff that you can do on your legs, so where you could literally like Medipen or Airpen in the slots, right? Whilst you're in the chair, or maybe even have a piss bag, right? A bottle of water to piss in. thought there was a blue coming after me. Literally landed at the same time. Yeah, but what we're talking about, Razor, is like you see people a lot of the time getting out of their gladius, their arrows, and their full heavy armor, big backpack, railgun, grenade launcher, and they run into Jump Town and they just fucking, you know, wreak havoc, right? It needs to be where, like, fighter pilots have to wear a certain flight suit, and gunners have to wear, you know, they would also have to wear it. Like, say for a Hurricane, for example, the gunner should also have to wear a flight suit. It shouldn't be able to do heavy armor. Alright, here we go. Maybe that's it now. No? Ah, it's just a rock, for fuck's sake. Yeah, exactly, yeah. But obviously if you were a gunner in maybe like a Vanguard, that would be fine. Or a gunner in a Connie. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind about that. Anything that is in like a high-speed fighter should not be allowed to wear armor, right? You think all crew? I mean, I wouldn't be against that, right? I would not be against that, because then that would make sense to like the armor racks and stuff. Still in a Vanguard, you could get suited up, right? If needed. Yeah. I mean, like, again, I always look at it from like every point of view, Tumbarino. But for me, if they went full hardcore simulator, Tarkov and DCS in Star Citizen, I personally wouldn't care. I'd still play it, right? But I'm always looking at it from sort of like your average sort of player's mind, you know? I usually fly naked to reduce weight. That no joke, that annoys me so much, right? It annoys me when you start pulling fucking these G's and you're just in your fucking dressing gown. I hope CIG sort this out where they have like more expensive flight suits to help with G-locking and stuff like that. And they're very expensive, right? Where it only maybe gives like a 1% bonus or something like that. But for the people that don't die all the time, you know, it's like that's your reward as a pilot, which would have like these really, really expensive flight suits. Yeah, I know. But that's the gameplay right now though, where people just literally run around dressed in gowns and white suits. I do it as well. Look, I mean, I'm literally in a white suit. I don't bother because right now, I actually find that I die more crashing into the ground than anything else, right? But as a pilot, all I need is like a really decent flight suit, right? Well, they actually said that, Wes. They said that they wanted to have hand-to-hand combat in this game. So maybe you might get your wish. You have to go Bruce Lee. You get your, you know, your bright yellow skin suit, whatever it's fucking called, tracksuit, whatever he was using, and you have to sneak in and do some kung fu. Or some, I mean, Bruce Lee wasn't exactly the best ninja. Every time he was trying to attack somebody, he would scream, right? The worst fucking ninja ever. Guys, I'm totally gonna sneak in my bright yellow fucking suit. I'm stealthy. I know of a fellow in Star Marine that goes full naked with only SMG for giggles. I mean, people do it in Elden Ring, eh? So... But yeah, definitely I can't wait for that sort of refactor to come in because it's very, very boring when you don't have like a restriction to suits. You know when somebody gets into a pilot suit and they're in full Novok or whatever it's called armor? I mean, holy fuck, man. That should have its own EVA room for the size of armor that is, right? But people just use it all the time because it's got a big backpack space. It's like Kung Fu breathing. is Mr. Sun? Definitely looking forward to the map changes on the moons. I hope they don't fuck with my Prashad area, because it took me months to find that location and map it out to find it all the time. And it's one of the best places to do low flying at speed. If they change it in 3.18, I'm gonna be so pissed off. Because it's happened to me on Microtech as well. Whenever they do the changes to planets and stuff, it always moves everything. Hey Lamantas, how you doing? I've seen a couple of occasions where on foot combat NPC AI provided well. Yeah, AI kung fu against, or like melee against AI is really good. Like say for example, you're doing the one where you want to kill the officer. Everyone shoots at the officer, right? It's an absolute bullet sponge. All you do is run up to it because it's by itself, melee it onto the ground, and then just double tap it. It's so simple. You don't need to waste a whole magazine to take it down. You just run up to it and just kung fu. There are times where that sort of stuff works. I still hope that will, because the Tavaran were meant to be sort of like samurai armor kind of style. I hope we'll actually see some sort of katana or something like that added in the game, because we know that the Vandal have the spear, right? Or melee weapons like that. There's meant to be a crossbow coming as well. Right, so where's the sun now? Southwest. Nice! Right. We should have enough ability to do this. Well, it's more the AI desync and stuff like that needs to massively be overhauled anyway. My truck, thank you very much for the follow, dude. Yeah, it was a while back. That's interesting. It's a bug. Or a delay. I was like, got two sneaking up on us. But yeah, they've got a crossbow. There was something, I can't remember the name of the game, but if you purchase the game at the time, you get a limited edition crossbow. But they're also going to be putting pretty much the same crossbow in the game for people to purchase or find and stuff, you know. The cool thing with Star Citizen, right? If you are a collector, right? This is the cool thing I love about this game. If you're a collector, technically, when like say for example, somebody has a Vandal mask and you don't have it, in the future, when there's no more wipes, right? You could kill that individual in the game, or steal their loot, basically, and then just put it into somewhere safe and you always have it, right? And you never had to spend a penny or be at an event and stuff. And a lot of people are like, oh, but these should be like for only us kind of situation. It's like, no, that doesn't work in a sandbox game. You've got to make it where these items, like EVE Online, I have in EVE Tech 2 mining laser BPO, and it's a lot of money, right? It's a lot of money for something like that, and that is literally in a locked box. It never fucking moves. I always make copies and move the copies, and I will never ever move that thing from its location. Exactly. Like, also I would love dog tags. You know, it's so simple in like Battlefield, right? You get the dog tags, and yeah, I would just love it where you have the ability to have like a collection of them on a wall or something. Especially if you're a bounty hunter. Getting dog tags would be so dope. Take care, Galactic. Thank you very much for the gift of sub as well, dude. I remember when implants first came out and catching somebody. I was at war with flying around. Oh yeah, dude. There was nothing better than getting a kill mail where you knocked out somebody's fucking slave set, right? Or snakes. Or the, what was the one, the +5, was it? No, it wasn't slave. I'm trying to remember what they called the +5 set. You know you took somebody's money with that shit, right? That was so good. The rage. Fucking hell, man. Yeah, that would actually be cool. You could take the Moby Glass, I suppose. Or like some sort of ID card. Again, we have to wait and see if they add in those sort of trinkets. Because in Eve, I collected corpses. I have like a giant can. I think it's just outside of BWF, so it'd be in Akora sort of area. In Gemini sort of stuff. And yeah, I've got a can full of corpses on that one. I miss the time when we had dead bodies as ice popsicles and then took corpses away. Did they take that away from Eve, did they? Oh no, you're talking about in Star Citizen? Yeah, when you killed somebody in space, they were like that. Yeah, I remember, that got taken away. I killed TheDarkLaw and I had the tags to prove it. Yeah, exactly, right? Because a lot of PvPers want a kill board. A lot of PvEers don't want a kill board because the kill board gives this EP artificial kind of stat padding, you know, chest beating kind of style. However, knowing that you've killed somebody of like a high skill level or, you know, a known player and stuff like that in these type of games is really cool. And getting a trinket to, you know what I mean, like you can make a video or whatever, but if you actually have something in game where it's like, yes, you've got TheDarkLaw's golden ID or something like that, you know, or you stole TheDarkLaw's special knife that got from Chris Roberts himself on Memorial Day or something, I don't know, just spitballing ideas. That is really, really cool in sandbox games, especially Eve. Eve is great when you take somebody's stuff and you know it's hurting real bad, right? Especially when you kill like a shuttle outside Jita and it's got like 200 plexes. I don't know if plexes are a big thing in the Eve anymore. I've not played since 2012. But when you found that and you got like 100 plexes, you knew it was like a lot of money somebody had spent on that shit. It was so cool. Yeah, I'm like that as well, Vin, yeah. I think all the basics, right, so what I would like to see with that system, Vaden, is that you should always be able to buy the basics, right? But if you find one that's like a special color, or maybe it's got like a unique feature to it, and you sell it, it makes big money, right? What are we doing today? We're just sort of chilling out, chatting. There's not much on the go because most players are not really playing just now, my truck, because of patch day coming up within a couple of weeks. It's always the same. We have like a rotation where when patch comes out, Star Citizen is booming. By midway, people start to fall off, and before patch day, like a good month, 2 months before patch, everyone's playing other games, right? So we're just sort of chilling, chatting. Once I get the sun up, I'll be able to cruise at what I'm planning to do. Yeah, that's a big thing that definitely needs to come into the game. But you know what? One thing that really annoys me, really annoys me, and I know it's meant to be realistic, right? But I hate the fact that when you loot somebody, you can't put their whole armor in your backpack, right? You can only put like the helmet or the undersuit, because the idea is, oh, you can place it in and you scrunch it up and stuff like that, the undersuit. Whatever, right? This is a video game. At least make it where a large backpack can carry at least somebody's armor or like a weapon system to take with you, right? Like a bit like Tarkov, because again, it's just the whole looting system's just a little too realistic, and yeah, it just annoys me for a video game. But yeah, special skins would definitely be a really, really cool thing to add in. It would be. A nice haze as well in this area. So this is like the perfect time to catch this zone. I actually don't even think I'm in the right area. Wait. Oh no, I am. I am in the right area. Just a little spun round. Alright. At least we've got the light now. I can do this. I'm gonna put some music up as well. I play. What to play, chat? What to play? Actually, I know what I can do. I can just do this. And this, yeah. I'll just do these two just now. Hey, basic noodle, how you doing, Chief? Alright, gonna pump up the tunes and have a little fun. Catch the nice zone time. Do this as well. There you go. Love when you get the shadow. It's one of my favorite things with this. It's like in when you play racing games and you get ghost mode, something to chase, right? Nice smooth server, like. Wait, no, I didn't queue it up. God damn it! No, damn it, sorry that. Oh. Yeah, very smooth server. Which is surprising that, because we were getting 30Ks all of yesterday, man. And so actually... where is that? Yeah. Since we were talking about it, yeah, there we go. A little bit of a skill. Yeah, if they ruin this area for me in the next patch, I'm gonna be so annoyed. Oh, we've been targeted. Oh! 11K out. Yeah, there we are, 14K. 13k? Holding. It's holding its height, right? Woo! They made the mistake of targeting me too early, like, now that I know there's somebody out there, right? Should never ever early target, just use scanner. Now I don't have anything on scan. Interesting. You want Van Halen? Alright. After this then. Alright, let's have a look. Search. Boop. Alright, there you go. I didn't. We'll just skip it then, that's it. It's not often I actually listen to Van Halen. Yeah. A good tune. I can jam to this one. Oh, sorry, I read that one. Yeah, no, sky's clear now anyway. Or I've lost radar track. Nix is going a bit crazy. He's rocking. I love how Crusader is still in visible range. Like, what the fuck, man? Boom, boom. Oh, 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 oh. Nice vibes. What do we need now? I quite fancy. Now you got that, right? I gotta have that. Just for fucking shits and giggles, right? Yeah. God, now it makes me just want to watch some Iron Eagle. Yeah. Unfortunately, we had somebody that came after us, you know, but they targeted and they just left, so I don't know. No idea. Slipknot? Not. I mean, I would say that I like metal, right? But right. So like, then we gotta get fuel. Yeah, well, we're meant to be getting that soon. But when, like, in 3.18, the river in Microgate gets updated with canyons. So we're gonna be rocking that, or trying to, you know. Alright, let's see this. You know, I'm not really that big a Slipknot fan, or even if you wanted to call me a fan, but we'll try. I feel like this needs to be a speed song, right? So what we need is flat. This is your workout song, is it? What fucking weights are you lifting to require a song like this? Ooh, bit leg. Oh, holy shit! Did not see that one until the last one. Holy fuck, man! That was a sneaky motherfucking rock, like. Even with my quick reactions to try and fucking get around it, watch this. Whoa, that's nasty, like. That was hidden under the sand, or like in the same texture as the sand. There's no way you ain't coming out of that one, man. What's a simple way to find the Microtech River? Let's have a look here. It is. So, say for example, you're gonna go from base, right? So you're gonna go from Port Tresler, and you're gonna go write this down, heading 105, and you're gonna go 480 kilometers, and then you're gonna dive down. But the thing is though, is the moment you go into atmosphere, it's going to change the heading system, okay? So if you hit the atmosphere and it changes heading, it's going to be then 210 to 400 kilometers. And then that will take you through the atmosphere to the right location. So you start off at 105, you go 480 out, but if you hit atmosphere, you then change to 210 at 400 kilometers, and there you go. I got other ones as well, but that's sort of like the best way. If not, YouTube. YouTube will find you. Like, peace out. The funny thing is, I tried to react Basic Noodle, but I actually had my button over the ejection. So, Possibly I could have ejected at that time if there was actually a way to recover from an ejection. And I think I will actually get to that point, because if we actually can survive from ejecting as a pilot, I quite like the interaction of maybe having like a pit crew come to get me, you know? But that was like a split second. I mean, when you're cruising at ridiculous speeds, would I actually have the mental capacity to actually fire off the eject button that time? Yeah. I really hope that they'll get a system in the next, like, year or something like that. Definitely something we need. Sweet niblets. What's actually our time? Yeah, you know what? It's a Thursday. I'm gonna go enjoy the sun. Because last night the weather was dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. I didn't get much sleep because there's only one thing that affects my sleep at my house. Not rain, not snow, but if I hear high winds, and we're talking like 50, 60 mile per hour winds, for some reason I just can't get out of my head that chairs and shit are about to start going flying and stuff like that. So I never sleep with high winds. And if I'm at somebody else's house, I don't give a shit, right? It's only if my table and chairs are about to go flying. Or the bird table's about to fall over. That freaks me out. Alright. No, shouldn't be muted. I guess you did. Sun in Scotland? Yeah, there's sun all the time out here. All the time, guys. Right. Fuck me. I'm trying to remember what fucking movie that's from. Fuck you, fuck me. There's nobody playing Star Citizen. Everyone is on New World. Sweet niblets. Alright. I'll send you to Salty Mike. We've not raided Salty in a while. Let's reinforce his addiction to New World. He's playing with Gallifrey as well. Let's go to the boy. I say boy because I'm still older than Salty. Is it Austin Powers? Take everyone. Can't say sorry, I've already booked in. Sound liar. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for the love today. Thank you for all the follows. Thank you for the resubs as well, the gifted subs. Massively appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe we'll get some bounty hunters. It is Friday. However, we're doing our first reaction video tomorrow to Inside Star Citizen, which is going to be awesome. So I will see you tomorrow. We're going to be doing the reactions at the end of the show and all that stuff instead of at the start. We'll do some blowfly. I mean, like tomorrow we got, what, 15 days until IE, so it's a couple of weeks just to hang out. And then we get the good stuff, man. Still desperate to see what the Drake Cutter is going to be. I hope it's a boarding ship, or at least cool, you know? But yeah, GG's, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you very much, Zaman, Basic Noodle, Vaden, Senalaya, Rage, Omatic, Keith. Appreciate you guys for being here. Bullwayne as well. Everyone else I've missed, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful life. Take care, guys. Thank you again for all the follows. We'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy Salty Show, guys.